Okay, so electric cars are pretty much the future, right? They're fast, they're quiet, they're clean, but let's be honest, they've got a couple of nagging flaws that make a lot of people hesitate. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty radical idea that claims it can fix both of those flaws in one fell swoop, creating what some are calling the forever car. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I know. That's a pretty intense question. But it really cuts to the heart of the problem. For someone thinking about buying an EV, it's not just about, hey, how far can I drive today? It's also about, how long is this car actually gonna last before I get hit with a bill that costs as much as a new car? All right, so let's really break down the two big hangups that are causing this hesitation. And while they might seem like totally separate issues on the surface, you're about to see how they're actually super connected. So on one side, you've got range anxiety. We've all heard of it. It's that feeling in your gut on a long road trip, that fear you'll get stranded and have to wait an hour, maybe more, for a recharge. But then there's the other, bigger fear, the death date. This is that long-term financial dread, knowing the most expensive part of your car, the battery, is basically designed to fail in about 7 to 10 years, leaving you with a replacement bill for, tens of thousands of dollars. Ouch. So what if you could have a car that just solved both problems at the same time? Well, that's the idea behind a new kind of vehicle, an extended range electric vehicle, or EREV, from a company called Unipower. Let's take a look at how they claim to pull it off. I mean, that's the tagline they're using right there. The zero compromise forever car. That is a bold claim. They're promising all the benefits, none of the drawbacks. They're not just selling a better EV, they're pitching the idea of a car you could own for decades. A forever car. Okay, so the whole solution really boils down to two main parts that work together in a super clever way. Let's start with the first piece of this puzzle. A brand new kind of power source that's designed to make range anxiety a thing of the past. So, what the heck is a free piston Stirling engine? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like a tiny, incredibly efficient power plant sitting right under the hood. Now, this thing isn't connected to the wheels at all. Its only job, its entire purpose, is to take a little bit of fuel and turn it into a nonstop river of electricity. And the process is actually really simple. It just sips fuel from a small tank, just like a normal car. Then it converts that fuel into electricity with, frankly, ridiculous efficiency. And the end result? A continuous 30 kilowatt stream of power. That basically means you have unlimited range, as long as you can find a gas station somewhere. And this number right here, this is the secret sauce, 74.14% net thermal efficiency. Now, that might sound a little technical, but let me put it this way. That is more than double the efficiency of older generator designs. It means this engine wastes almost no energy as heat. It just squeezes every last drop of electrical energy out of the fuel. That crazy efficiency is what makes this whole system even possible. Okay, let's switch gears and look at the second part of this system, which is how this car gets its absolutely blistering acceleration. If that generator is the marathon runner, this next part is the Olympic sprinter. So instead of a massive, heavy chemical battery, this system uses something called a Unipower core. It's a solid-state unit made from graphene supercapacitor tiles. Now, its job isn't to hold a charge for hundreds of kilometers. Nope. Its job is to act as a lightning-fast energy buffer. It soaks up power from the generator and then can dump it instantly when you floor it. And here, this is where we solve that whole death date nightmare we were talking about. Because it's a solid-state supercapacitor, it's fireproof, which is great. But the huge thing is it doesn't degrade like a chemical battery. It's designed to last for over 30 years. This completely gets rid of that fear of a massive battery replacement bill down the road. Problem solved. So this is where it all just clicks into place. It's a perfect partnership. The generator is the marathon runner, just constantly and efficiently churning out power. The core is the sprinter, storing up that power and then releasing it in huge, instantaneous bursts for acceleration. It's this beautiful, self-sustaining loop where each part makes the other one better, and it means there's never any lag when you hit the accelerator. So now we get how it works, but what does that all mean in the real world? Let's look at the performance numbers this thing claims it can hit. This is where that zero compromise promise really gets put to the test. First, the big one, range. The claim is over 3,400 kilometers on one small tank of fuel. To give you an idea, you could drive from Paris all the way to Istanbul and not have to refuel. For a driver, this means range anxiety isn't just lessened, it's gone. Poof.
Next up, speed. Remember that Sprinter, the Unipower Core? Well, because it can unleash all its stored energy in the blink of an eye. The claimed 0 to 100 km/h time is under 2.5 seconds. That is deep into supercar territory. This chart really tells the whole story, doesn't it? It just puts that range difference into stark perspective. This isn't just a little bit better. The gap between a standard, long-range EV and what the Unipower Eris claims is it's massive. And hey, for anyone who lives where it gets cold, this is a huge deal. You know how regular EV batteries can lose up to 40% of their range and power when the temperature drops? This system claims to have zero performance loss, all the way down to a crazy minus 50 degrees Celsius. That's a game changer for reliability.
So let's just lay it all out there. When you look at this side by side, the picture couldn't be clearer. For every single weak point a current EV has, range, that disposable battery, cold weather performance, this new setup claims a colossal advantage. And it does all that while delivering truly elite speed. It's a direct shot at all the biggest pain points of owning an EV. And this quote really brings it all home. The pitch here isn't just, hey, here's another car. The whole idea is that this is a fundamentally new way to build a vehicle, an architecture designed from the ground up to have absolutely zero compromises.
Which kind of leaves us with one last really fascinating question to chew on. If a car can really give you the instant power and silent ride of an EV, but with the insane range and quick refueling of a gas car, plus a core that's built to last for decades, does that whole debate between gas and electric just become pointless? It's a pretty compelling thing to think about.